What is going on, guys, and welcome back to Ginger Mourinho TV for the 300 subscriber Q&A. Thank you so much for your support at the moment. I think we're actually at 349 at the time of recording, so thank you so much for that. For those of you who do not know what a Q&A is, basically you guys give me questions on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and YouTube, and then I answer them here. Alright guys, first question comes from WXLL_9. Would you play for any rival of Chelsea for 800k a week? More than likely, since it's 800k a week, that's like, what, nearly a million? 100,000? You know, yeah, a million. So, but I probably wouldn't play for Man United, Man City, Arsenal, Tottenham, QPR. I'd probably go for Manchester City. I was at the Chelsea-Manchester City game the other weekend. If you haven't seen the video, I'll leave a link for it in the description. But I'd probably pick Man City because I hate them the least out of all them. Just Tottenham think they're better than they are. QPR think they're better than they are. Liverpool fans moan on about history or whatever. Man United fans have the right to be arrogant, but they're arrogant. Next question. If you were a Chelsea manager, who would you sign? That comes from JZer6. Who would I sign? I'd probably sign Alexis Sanchez, not just because of his goals and because he plays for Arsenal. That would piss their fans off. But Alexis Sanchez's work rate is unbelievable. His fitness level is great. He gets 110% for that team each and every week. Without Alexis Sanchez, that Arsenal team would be nowhere near as good. Forget Mesut Ozil, because Mesut Ozil's there. He plays the assists. He plays nice passes. He creates lovely goals. But Sanchez is a workhorse. He's buff. He gets back when he needs to. He gets forward when he has to. Alexis Sanchez is just an all-round player, and you can tell he really loves playing for Arsenal at the moment. Next question comes from Twiggy4788. If football didn't exist, what would be your favourite sport? Probably nothing, if I'm dead honest. Football's really the only sport that's captured my imagination. I did used to dabble at rugby and Gaelic and hurling. Gaelic and hurling, for some of you who may not know, who are not Irish, are Irish sports. So yeah, I probably wouldn't have a favourite sport if there wasn't any football. I like music, so that would probably be my main interest and passion in life. The next one is, why did you start YouTube? That is actually a very good question. One, I think it might take too long to answer now. I'll answer a bit of it, and then I might go into a different video where I do answer why I started YouTube. The reason why I started YouTube, basically, last year, I was in TY, I had a lot of free time on my hands, and I wouldn't say I had a lot of people to hang around with, so I used YouTube as a base to interact with people on social media, interact with the football family, just interacting with people that do what I do. And when I go to matches, people be asking me, why are you filming it? What are you doing? I just say, I'm doing a YouTube channel. And they say, oh, what is it? I'll follow you. So kind of grew a bit from there. Yeah, 349 subscribers in what, 9 months. It's okay, but I'd really love to see it grow now that I've gotten really into it. Out to Ben Tome98 for this question. Thank you very much for this one, Ben. Plans for the future. Well, plans for the future is, if I get anywhere good at this, I'd like to take this a little further, kind of make some money out of it, or kind of make a career out of it. I don't really know. It's kind of like wherever it takes me. I'm letting like YouTube take me to different places. Like, it's giving me ideas to do stuff as well, and it kind of given me a bit more confidence in myself. You know, just going out there talking to a camera, because it can be really, you know, weird and awkward for some people. You know, people are staring at you, why is he on his camera all the time? So yeah, I think I'd like to go down the YouTube course, or I'm really into coaching football at the moment, as in playing football wise. I'm not great, as in like I can stop people playing football, but myself playing football, not so good. But I would really love to go down the coaching role, like Mourinho, Guardiola, Antonio Conte. I'd love to coach a team, especially this is an ambition of mine, just to coach from like Accrington, Stanley, or Bohemians, just to get them to a new level of playing where they never thought they could play before. Like, bring Bows back to Europe, bring Accrington, Stanley to the promised land where they've never been before, League One football, which is third division for people who don't know. So like, they would be like my future goals, but like obviously it might not work out that I could be coaching at the professional game. But if you look at it, a lot of kids will quit football if they don't make it in England or wherever. But like, as a coach, there's so many places I could coach. I could coach in Trinidad and Tobago, I could coach in Sweden, USA, Zimbabwe, Uganda, wherever. I could coach anywhere in the world and I could make a living out of it. Well, hopefully. Next question comes down to, and it's from David_Mellows. He usually comments, what do you want for Christmas? Christmas, clothes, really. Clothes and a bit of cash so I can, spend on football trips or spend on more clothes. The next question is, who's the most underrated player in the Premier League? And that comes from James_101. I don't really know, to be honest. Like, I've kind of given it like 3. Victor Moses is quite underrated, and Mohamed Elneny, who plays for Arsenal, is underrated. I saw him play against Bournemouth at the Emirates a couple of weeks ago. He was the main cover on like the program, and then you kind of realise as the game went on, he was doing really well. He was, he wasn't creating play as such, but he was stopping others create play. I'd also say Tom Heaton is quite underrated, not because he's English. Like, the English media big up English players so much, even though if they're not that great. Like, you have Jack Wilshere, who was built up by the English media so much and eventually got into the Euro 2016 squad when Drinkwater clearly should have been included. Drinkwater's probably another underrated player I'd add in there. He done so well for Leicester City last year in with N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante has fortunately gone on to Chelsea, but I still think that Danny Drinkwater is a good player. And I think if Gareth Southgate had any balls, right, he'd pick Danny Drinkwater, because most of these English managers only pick players to play for Man United, Arsenal, or Liverpool, or whoever. And I think that's just wrong. So yeah, I'll give you, they're my top 3 underrated players. Victor Moses, Mohamed Elneny, and Danny Drinkwater. That's 4 or 5 questions here, and then we'll be wrapping things up for the 300th Q&A. Okay, here we go. David Mahan7 says, I'm an Arsenal fan, but who do you think is Arsenal's best player? I already discussed at the start of the video when I was asked who I'd buy if I was Chelsea manager, and it's Alexis Sanchez, 110%. Next one comes from Irish_Mourinho. Why do you hate Manchester United so much? I love them. Well, I got into that a bit earlier on in the video where I said Manchester United fans were arrogant but had a reason to be. But Manchester United as a club, I just hate the colour, I hate the badge. And one of the main reasons why I hate Man United, I despise them, and not because of their success or Mourinho's now managed them. It's because I went on a tour in 2010, I think. Chelsea had just won the double, and I was on a tour of Old Trafford, and they were trying to get me to support the team. Like, oh, come on, you want this or whatever. Like, look at our great history. And I think that kind of put me off, Manchester United in general. I had supported being Chelsea for 2 or 3 years now. I wasn't going to change. But it just put me off Manchester United as a whole club and entity. Don't get me wrong, some of their fans are like the nicest people you'll ever meet. As in, I know a couple from living in Ireland, and I know a couple living abroad, and they are just genuine, the most nice, not all the time, but football fans are usually genuinely nice people. We're talking about Man United, so I'm specifically mentioning Manchester United fans. And they do bring a good away lot, I have to admit. I remember we played them this season, we battered them 4-0, and I was listening on the TV, and literally all you could hear were the Manchester United fans just go on the piss with Georgie Piss for 10 minutes straight. And I'm just like, you know what, fair fucks to you lads. You have to travel down from Manchester, or you come from London, because a lot of them do come from London, or you travel from Ireland, and you're still singing your hearts out 10 minutes to go, and you're 4-0 down. So credit to Manchester United fans. How did you feel when you met John Terry for the first time? I didn't know what to feel. I was quite young then. I think it was 14. Oh wow, that's 3-4 years ago now. I was 14, 15. Really excited, really emotional, because of all the whole build up that was happening to it. I got it because of my medical stuff that has gone on in my life. So it felt a lot more meaningful to me that they saw this kid who had medical treatment and was he's been through a lot. Let's just give him something, And it was the same for all of my special days. You look at Hayden, who met the Manchester City team, and Joe Hart. There was a girl that met Jessica Ennis. And there was another younger lad who met the Tottenham team, unfortunately for him. But, I'm only messing. But you get where I'm coming from. It's nice to see that people, care for people who have, I wouldn't say disabilities, but illnesses. Like your man Bradley Lauer, who was, Chelsea fans had a banner for him last night. Chelsea players met him. He was mascot with Jermaine Defoe, and it's really touching how the football community can be so grabbed by this one little guy who has cancer. Next question is, hi Oren, do you think Andrea Herrera is a good player? I would appreciate it if you answer this in your video. And that comes from Stack Jamie 1904. Stack Jamie 1904. I've said this to numerous people, but not on camera. I love Andrea Herrera. I honestly love the guy. As in, I've proclaimed on Twitter that if even Liverpool fans like Ander Herrera, he works hard. Literally, I think the past couple of years, right, when United have been kind of faltering, I've always seen him give 110% and nothing else. I think that's just why Ander Herrera is a great player. Not disregard his ball playing skills or his how many assists or goals he gets. He's a workhorse, and for me that's what I want in a team if I'm coaching. I want someone who's gonna play for the badge, work 110% for the 90 minutes, and that's what Ander Herrera gives you. And last question: who was the nicest Chelsea player you met at Chelsea? I'm going to exclude John Terry from this category, as it was my special day with John Terry, and I already answered the question about John Terry. So it'll go down to two: either Diego Costa or Frank Lampard. You know what? I'm going to throw in a third one there, Mark Schwarzer. Frank Lampard was just so calm and easy, and so was Mark Schwarzer. They're both like really friendly, kind of, getting me into the atmosphere. These are people. They're not like megastars from outer space or whatever. These are genuine people who are just, making a living. It's a bit much, yes, but they're making a living, and like the world renowned, known. Everyone like adores them as gods and goddesses. And it's just really nice to get to, talk to them face to face and realize they're, actual people. And then Diego Costa, I met him in July 2014, even just after the World Cup. It was his first meetup, I think, with the Chelsea squad in Arnhem. And he was just a really friendly guy. Had no word of English. I had a bit of Spanish. And basically we couldn't really communicate with each other. And even that, he was just so friendly. He took loads of photos with me, my brothers, and he signed my jersey twice, even though he's literally pointing at my jersey like, come on, I've signed it already. I'm just like, no, Diego Costa, you're my man. I want you at Chelsea for years to come. And he got that, as in and I think that comes from playing with the likes of Atletico Madrid, where the fans have such a big part to play in the team. And I think that's why Costa was so nice on the day. Well, guys, that is it for this 300 subscriber Q&A. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I honestly really enjoyed this one. I feel a lot more confident in myself doing the YouTube videos. I feel, I can talk to the camera a better way instead of going, yeah. If you've liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Share it on your social media. Leave a comment below. And remember, subscribe.